Welcome back, Wanderers, to another episode of Cleaning the Commonwealth. Today, we are visiting the one, the only...
Spectacle Island!
This is it, folks. The final location on the regular map that we are going to visit in this series. So, I want to thank you all for being here, and I hope you enjoy. Of course, before we can get started, we do have to take a look at what we are working with, and I try to do a tour without too many mods on just to show how far we really come in the end. So, looking around, we can see our dead and barren island, and the fishing hut held up pretty well, but the giant house on the beach did not. I mean, we can see it used to be absolutely massive, but it has been absolutely destroyed. So we had a ton of work to do here. I spent almost as long on this house as I have on entire settlements. So that tells you just how much work went into this. Now, moving down the beach, we have the crashed barge with all sorts of storage crates on them, ranging from radiated barrels to lock safes and to whatever is attracting those crab people. While it's possible that this happened in the pre-war, I'm going to assume that they crashed on shore after things went south. I could be wrong, but it also just doesn't look that pretty to have these boats wrecked on shore. Same thing with these little shacks in the farm. These shanty shacks, I think, were set up by some people who tried to come out here but were killed by the Mirelurks. So let's just say it's all post-war activity, and we're going to clean it up. Make it look pretty. Groundskeeper Willie over here. And the boat. Looks like this was the pier where people would come in off of the boat, so that's what we're going to set up for our pier. You can even see the patio furniture. And the worker station, greenhouse. And we need to add some spectacle to this place. So, if you're curious how I made this happen, or if you want to play it all like me, I do have a collection on Nexus mods you can check out to see all the mods that I'm using to make this video happen. Yeah. Or consider checking out my Sunday streams. Every Sunday around 9 a.m. Pacific time, I'm streaming on YouTube, making these settlements in front of a live studio audience. I always appreciate the feedback and the tips. A lot of why this series has become so great, why these settlements turn out so amazing, it's really due to your input and your suggestions, so I really can't thank you enough for that. I also just enjoy hanging out with y'all, chatting it up. It's become a highlight of my week now, so thanks. I want to mention I am going to be streaming on Twitch as well, but it's going to be more casual and random over there. Just kind of whenever I feel like playing a game. Figure why not stream it? Maybe other people want to pop in too. Last little self-promo is that I am also making a survival game. If you didn't know this, I'm a hobbyist game dev, so I not only enjoy playing games, but I like making them too. And I plan to start streaming some of my games development on this channel. I think that it might really be good for me. If I get the same kind of input on my game as I do on the settlement builds, that would be really cool. But I also think that it'll just help hold me more accountable. I've been kind of slacking on working on it lately, and there's still a ton of work left to do, as you can see. So I figure if posting this settlement series regularly got me to see it through to the end, then maybe the same will work for my own games development. And like I said, still a lot of work to do. Alright, thank you for listening to all that. If you did, enough about me, and let's move on to what you really want to see. Time for the after tour! Hopping off the ferry from Boston to Spectacle Island, here we are on these lovely docks on this lovely day. for all of our hard work in restoring the Commonwealth to look like it once did before the war, we've been given access to enjoy the bed and breakfast on this private island. And we better get to, we built the dang place. So, walking off the docks, you are immediately placed at the Welcome Center / gift shop, where you can pick up last-minute necessities at a convenient price. And you're going to be greeted and sent down to the bed and breakfast as they get ready for you. They have some lovely little waiting areas here, some patio furniture for you to enjoy the view as they get you ready. Here we have our Jeeps, or you can pretend that they're golf carts, whatever fancies you. And in here we can head on down the beach side, get a little bit of a preview of the spectacle, as well as a beautiful view of downtown Boston, and pull on up to the bed and breakfast. And here we are. The house is looking good. The fishing hut mostly looks the same as it did. And the same goes for the worker station over here. Mostly the same. But next to it, the greenhouse glass has all been fixed up. Inside, we grow our seeds and prepare them for planting. And down here on the fisherman's dock, guests are allowed to do a little fishing of their own if they'd like. But the workers are guaranteed to catch something fresh on the daily. Alright, let's head on up and check out the house. The patio's under a little bit of maintenance, but you can still sit out here if you'd like to enjoy the view. And inside, typically someone is working the front desk for questions or concerns, but they must be on break, so we'll just continue our tour right on into the staff kitchen, cooking all of the meals for the restaurant down here. Next to it is the free buffet options that are provided with your stay. And of course we need a lovely little lounge area here to drink coffee and chat with the other guests. My best reference for a bed and breakfast is Groundhog's Day, so that's what I tried to make over there. But along this far wall is our gift shop, restaurant, and bar area. More of like a Cracker Barrel kind of feeling here. It's the best I could do with the space I had, but some of it doesn't look quite right, as you can see. Okay, let's continue this tour on upstairs to the second level. We have some posters for cocktails, drinks, but we'll check that out in a bit. Moving along down the hall, we have the bathroom. Nice and fancy, all pristine. A beautiful view. From every angle in the house, really, there is a beautiful view. You just can't go wrong here. Art and shelves posted everywhere I could. And every room looks almost identical. Pretty much the same layouts, just different color beds, different paintings, like a hotel might do. A little computer station area for those that might need it. The workaholics among us. And finally, upstairs, the bar and dance floor. More of like a club kind of adults only section up here. You can still get some food, hang out, but it's really about partying and dancing. So right now it's daytime, it's looking a little dead. That's fine, we'll come back at night. I'll bust another move. Heading back downstairs, and outside there are some grills on the back patio, and we can see a playground not too far away, so that the kids are able to do something fun, enjoy themselves for free, but still stay within eyesight for the parents to keep an eye on. Up the hill we have our farm, where all of the food for the restaurant comes from. That's right, this is fresh, farm to table, pristine experience out here we've set up. Down the hill on the other side of the island is the changing rooms. You might recognize similar bathhouse changing rooms from Nordhagen Beach. For our pool over there that I will show a little bit more of in just a second. Now I think I actually made these slightly better. The doors aren't perfect, but it gives a little bit more privacy, I think. Overall though, they look mostly the same. Down the hill, along the beach, we have something that was requested in stream. A fancy schmancy infinity pool with glass views of the ocean. You guys just kept getting carried away with how baller this pool needed to be, so you know I was up for the challenge, and I think I hit all the things people asked for. It wasn't easy, but it was so worth it. This does look pretty cool. You may have noticed the lights and benches along the beachside as well. There's plenty of places to sit, hang out, soak in the views as you go around having your fun. Continuing down the path, the last building here is our secular church temple building for any faith to come and do their thing as needed. Noticing that's just a little off-centered. Alright, great. Oh well. And that's the last part of going around the beach. So now there's just the middle of the island. First we have the workers' home. Because it takes a lot of people to run this place. And they all need somewhere to stay too. I mean, think of like Disney World or something. Nothing too impressive in here, I'll tell you that right away. It's just a bare bones home, some minor entertainment, but still some decent views. I mean, you can't complain too much when you got views like that. Plus, it's free housing. But they are packed in here for sure. The last building here in the middle, I saved on purpose so that less people would see it, because I really am ashamed of my failure here. If you watch the stream, you know I deleted this shack. It was gone. In fact, I logged in multiple times since deleting it, and it was gone the entire time. But I log in today, I do the tour, and here it is. And when I tried disabling it, destroys my stuff for parts of the island, so had to resave, reload. I mean, I guess it's here to stay. Kinda sucks, but I had a nice little power station going on in here. Nothing really crazy, just a generator for what's powering up the island and all of the spectacle. Finally, let's see this spectacle. In the middle of the island, we have our tiny little fair, carnival. I don't know what you want to call it. It's some games to play and a big ride to go on, though. And all of it was custom made. We got some basketball to play. Try and make as many shots as you can. Hit all the different targets with the baseball. Knock down the Nuka bottles. I built every one of these individually. I got a lot better over time, as you could tell. Some of you might be thinking, why didn't I just use the Nuka World games here? Well, I hadn't been to Nuka World yet, so maybe I'll replace them later. But for now, you gotta witness the work I put in. Finally, a little shooting range. And the Ferris wheel, which is not only functional, but it really does have a beautiful view of the island and the city. Going through the line, we get to skip straight on in. Let's check this out. I don't know, Stu, how good could it look? Oh, you'll see. This is what it was all for, folks. Woo! For those of you that have been around a while in this series, I want to thank you so much for joining me on this ride. I've gotten burnout more than once along the way, but you guys keep me going. You make me want to do even better, so sincerely, thank you. It has been a wild ride, and for those wondering, I think I'm going to be lumping all of the DLC builds into just one more video down the line to make it a little easier on me. We just finished Nuka World, and we're going to be streaming Far Harbor builds all December, so it probably won't be until next year that my Fallout video comes out. Don't worry too much. I'm already sinking my teeth into some other games. This holiday weekend, I've gotten really into 7 Days to Die, so maybe I'll have a video on that coming up even sooner. No promises. You know how hectic the holidays can be. There's also some No Man's Sky ideas I've been cooking up, and plenty of other survival games I'm into or want to get into. So I hope you stick with me as we move on to bigger and better things. Subscribe if you haven't. Let's check this place out one last time at night. After testing my dance moves out in the club and getting rejected up there, let's head back on down to the downstairs, see if we can get some snacks. And look at this house shine. It wouldn't be a Stu home without the string lights, would it? We'll hop in the Jeep here for the final tour around the island. It's not too bright at night, just enough lights to see where you're going. And we'll just check out all the little locations that we've set up around the island. After hours. One last time, from me to you, thank you again so much for watching and supporting me. If you don't watch my streams, you might not hear from me again before the new year, so I just want to say I hope you're having a happy holiday season and you're as excited as I am to see what the new year brings. Alright, I'll see you in the next one. Oop, a little hard to park this thing. Oh boy. Hey, I think you left your video on in the background, but it's over now. Click on a new one. Let's keep this party going, yeah?